Hello there. Now, Greek and Hebrew are two different distinct languages with two different origins and different legal strength. Yes, you heard me right. And before we go on, kindly subscribe to this page, like and share, because when you do this, it allows this content to reach more people on this platform. Now, like I said earlier on, Greek and Hebrew are two different languages with different origins and different legal strength. Alright? As a matter of fact, the first human being to document the Bible, which was Moses, did so in his native language, which was Hebrew. Now, the Hebrew language has 22 consonants, and no vowel. You can imagine how that is. Now, the majority of the Old Testament was written actually, in Hebrew, except from a few verses in the prophecies of Ezra, of Daniel, and a verse in Jeremiah. Now, which was written in Aramaic. Now, Aramaic became popular, alright, and then it displaced many languages. As a matter of fact, it became predominant in Israel. In fact, history also has it that at the time of Jesus Christ, it was possible and there was likelihood that he spoke in Aramaic all through his life. Now let's go down to the New Testament. This was written in Greek language. Why? Because Greek at the time was a scholarly language. And then at the time where the book was composed, and was put together, it has become a predominant language then. Right? So the New Testament was written in the Greek language. Alright. Now, this has brought a lot of perspective to what we're discussing today. Why? Because the Hebrew language is about 4,100 years. The Greek language is about 3,400 years. And English language is just about 1,400 years. Don't know what that means. Now, this is why a word in Greek or Hebrew, could have about 5 or multiple translation or meaning, in English. Why? Because they are way older than the English language. Now, why do we go ahead to check, the origin of the words we see in scriptures to find meaning to them? It's not because we are trying to just be scholarly or anything, but it's because, like I said, that a word in Hebrew, when translated, to English, has different meanings. This simply means that those people who translated the Bible, how do you know that the Bible wasn't written, like I said, wasn't written, in English? It was written, in Hebrew, Greek, and a few in Aramaic. So the Bible was translated from those languages into English. This means that those who translated it, used the best possible way that they think could mean what the writer was trying to communicate. Of which, in some cases, they didn't use the best words, to describe or pass the message across. Remember that one of the ways to interpret scriptures, is by knowing the thought of the person. It means that if I lost thought, or if I lost touch with the thought of the writer, I cannot get the original meaning of what he or she, is trying to communicate that particular scripture. Alright? Now, we go to cross-check to know the original words to give us a better perspective as regards what they are trying to communicate in the scriptures. Because English is weak compared to the archaic language Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. Now, also, are you aware that some people who translate the scriptures, the Bible, from those particular languages, Hebrew and Greek, to English, were not believers? Oh yes, they were not. Well, see you in the next episode to discuss more on this. Stay tuned. God bless you. Please, once again, like, share, and subscribe, because when you do this, more people will see this content and they'll get blessed and also enlightened. God bless you. See you next. Cheers.